Imagine a maritime disaster far deadlier than the Titanic, yet almost entirely erased from history's pages. The year was 1865. The American Civil War had just concluded, leaving a nation weary but hopeful. Thousands of Union soldiers, once prisoners of war in Confederate camps, were now desperate to return home. Their freedom hard-won, but their journeys still arduous. Among the many vessels tasked with this monumental repatriation was the SS Sultana, a luxurious paddle-wheeler built in 1863. She was a grand sight, 260 feet long, designed for trade and passenger comfort along the mighty Mississippi River. But on this particular voyage, comfort would be a luxury few could afford. The government paid a bounty for each soldier transported, a dangerous incentive that would lead to catastrophic greed and a vessel pushed far beyond its limits. Captain J. Cas Mason, facing financial pressures and the allure of government contracts, accepted an impossible task. His steamer, certified to carry around 376 passengers and crew, was about to become a human sardine can. As the Sultana departed Vicksburg, Mississippi, on April 24, 1865, she was packed with an unimaginable number of people. Estimates vary, but somewhere between 1,800 and 2,400 souls were crammed onto its decks, a living, breathing weight of desperation. Many were paroled Union soldiers, gaunt and weakened by their time in Confederate prisons like Cahaba and Andersonville. They had survived war, starvation, and disease, only to face a new, insidious threat: their own ride home. The vessel itself was already compromised. Days earlier, one of its 4 boilers had developed a severe leak. A proper repair would have meant significant delays, costing the captain precious time and money. Instead, in Memphis, Tennessee, a hasty, temporary patch was applied to the boiler plate. A shortcut, a gamble that would prove fatal. The Sultana was a ticking time bomb, steaming upriver into the darkness. It was just after 2 a.m. on April 27, 1865. The Sultana was about 7 miles north of Memphis, battling the strong spring current of the swollen Mississippi. Most on board were asleep, dreaming of home. Then, without warning, the 3 remaining boilers exploded. The force ripped through the steamboat's upper decks, instantly killing hundreds. Shrapnel, fire, and scalding steam turned the night into an inferno. Panic erupted. Men, women, and children were thrown into the icy river or trapped amidst the burning wreckage. The Sultana quickly became a floating funeral pyre, illuminating the dark waters with its terrible blaze. Those who made it into the water faced a new horror. The Mississippi was exceptionally cold and swift, swollen by spring rains. Many couldn't swim, or were too weak from their prison ordeal to fight the current. Rescue efforts were swift as other riverboats heard the explosions and saw the fire. The USS Tyler, a Union gunboat, was among the first to arrive, its crew pulling survivors from the frigid depths. But for the vast majority, rescue came too late. The official death toll was listed at around 1,700, though many historians believe the true number exceeded 1,800. Possibly even 2,400. This made the Sultana disaster the single greatest maritime tragedy in American history, eclipsing even the Titanic's loss by hundreds. So, why does its name rarely echo in our collective memory? The answer lies in timing. Just 12 days before the Sultana's boilers exploded, President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. The nation was plunged into an unprecedented period of mourning. Lincoln's funeral train was making its solemn journey across the country at the very moment the Sultana burned. The public's attention and the newspapers' columns were entirely consumed by the loss of their leader. The sheer scale of the Sultana tragedy, the unimaginable human cost, was simply swallowed by the overwhelming grief for Lincoln. It was a disaster lost in the shadow of a national tragedy. No grand inquiries, no exhaustive media coverage, no enduring monuments beyond a few markers. The greed that overloaded her, the haste that petrified her, and the timing that obscured her conspired to bury the Sultana's story. Yet, the chilling memory of those thousands of souls who survived the war only to perish on their journey home remains a stark, haunting testament to the forgotten power and indifference of the river and the sometimes cruel whims of history. Next, uncover the chilling true story of the Orang Medan, a ghost ship whose crew died screaming of unknown terror.